Hey guys, I'm here today looking at an EZGO Golf Cart. I've been called in for reinforcements because the person who owns this cart can't fix it. So let's see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. So it looks like the guy who owns this cart was doing a little bit of poking around. He tried to hook up a volt sensor so he can check to see how full the battery is. After he did that, he said the cart wouldn't start. So we'll take a look inside, look at the batteries, see what they're doing, and go from there. Okay, I can't quite set the camera up to look inside the cart while I'm working, so these are the batteries I'm going to be working with, and I'm going to be taking readings off of each of the poles, check to see if the batteries are good, and then I'm going to do a load test on each of the batteries and see what it says. So I'll set up the camera so you guys can at least see what I'm doing. Alright, I have the voltmeter set to DC. We're going to check each of the batteries. So in this cart there's 4 batteries, and we're going to check one at a time, and then we're going to check them all together. So let's start with the first battery. This is first positive and first negative. 12.46. This is the second battery. 12.39. Third battery. 12.43. And the fourth battery. 12.43. So they're pretty much equal. So let's set up the other meter. We'll do a load test just to make sure the batteries are good. So to do the load test on these batteries, I'm going to be using this K-Wheats load tester. Thank you to K-Wheats for sending this over to me. I really appreciate it. So let's get this opened up and get it set up, and we'll see what we can read. Alright, we got the load tester opened up here. It comes with this battery tester and these 2 alligator clamps. So I'm going to hook the first one up to the positive of the first battery, and then the second one up to the negative of the first battery, and we'll see what we see on the screen. Okay, there's the positive hooked up, and there's the negative hooked up. Meter is turned on. 12.41 volts, pretty much what we were reading with the other meter. Let's see here, so if we do enter, it is a 12 volt battery. And let's do a battery test on it. And this is a VRLA gel AGM SLA battery, and we want to do cold cranking, so that's the first one, and we'll keep it at the default 590 parameter. It's going to do its test. Okay, so the battery, it's giving us some values, and it's actually saying the battery is good. So that was a nice quick test. And let's see, it's going again. It's good. So let's check the other battery and see what they see. See what they say. Okay, this is the second battery. Got the negative hooked up and the positive hooked up. Let's just make sure we got good contact here. We don't seem to be getting a reading off of this one. Oh, I know why. I know why. There we go. Had the leads the wrong way. I had the negative on the positive and positive on negative. So that's good. It has a voltage protection if you do hold it backwards. Okay, we see it's at 12.37 volts, pretty much the same on the second battery as we saw before. 12 volt battery. Let's do a battery test. First option, cold cranking. 590, same thing. So this basically loads the battery to see if we have any problems with it. So this one's good as well. Yeah, let's try the next one. Okay, that's positive and negative. Okay. 12.4. Battery test. Cold cranking. So this battery tester has a lot of different options. The only one I'm really worried about is the cold cranking, because golf carts do take a lot of power for these batteries. So that's the third battery. Good. Now let's get the fourth battery hooked up. Okay, 12.4. It's good. 12 volts. Battery test. Same parameters. And that testing is good as well. So we know for a fact that all the batteries are good. So it's time to dig a little bit deeper to see if we can figure out what the problem is and get this thing moving again. Hey guys, if you're interested in this battery tester, I'm going to put a link in the description and you guys can check it out for yourself. But this is the KVB01 load tester by K-Weets. And so far it's pretty good. It's proven to be very helpful. So again, link in the description. Check it out if you like it. Alright, I've covered up the batteries just because it's starting to rain here and I don't really want to get these electronics wet inside. But I did see a wire connected to the charging cable. It looks like there's a black and white or black and red wire that could potentially be shorting out. So I'm going to take the electrical tape off of this and see if that might be the problem. I don't know. We're just going to poke away at this and see what we find. I do see a lot of wires up front here we got to take a look at. But let's start with this one. This one seems obvious to me. Okay, I did chop these wires off. They were black and red connected. They were twisted around each other, so we'll see if that may be the issue. All right, let's switch this to on. On. And let's put it in reverse. Okay, the reverse does beep. This on button maybe get us going. Zoom out a bit. Okay, it doesn't feel like it's moving at all. Let's try forward. No, it doesn't want to move forward either. This off. Still nothing. Okay, well, it wasn't that. So I'll dig a little bit deeper now. Okay, I'm going to check the solenoid here. The solenoid should pass power from one side to the next when energized by these two wires here. So we're going to put one down here and then one over here on the negative. Can't really see. Let me move my hand. One here and one down there. And I'm reading 44 volts on the one side, 49 volts on the one side, and 47 volts on the other side. So that tells me that this is actually open or closed. The solenoid is closed and it should only energize the other side when asked to do so. So could be the solenoid. We'll test it some more. So the 48 volts on the other side of the solenoid was because I had the car in on, so it would energize over here. So that's not the issue. Let's keep looking. Okay guys, looks like I opened up quite a can of worms here. This is a very homebrew situation. So what he's done is he's taken this 48 volt to 12 volt converter and he's using it for the lights in the front and I don't even know what else. So I've completely removed this because I don't trust it. We're just going to start with bare bones here. Everything's disconnected. We have 48 volts coming up on these two wires, which we're going to ignore for now. It looks like it might have gone to a battery sensor. Disconnected the switch over here, which is probably for the lights. And all we have is the ignition plug, and that doesn't seem like anything's been tampered on that harness. So now that I've had that disconnected, I'm going to put it into go, and we're going to see if we can get this thing moving. Okay guys, I've disconnected everything there. I have it in forward. We're going to give it a little bit of gas and see if she moves. Nothing. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I got the fuses here. Check the first one. If it beeps, it's good. This fuse is good. Let's quickly grab the other one. See what's going on with that. I'll see if there's maybe some other fuses hidden around somewhere. Okay, second fuse. It's good. Not the fuses. Oh well. So I'm doing a little bit of poking around on this solenoid, and right now I have the activation wires that go from here and here disconnected. And I still have 48 volts here and here, which means that the solenoid is still closed and making contact. I do have a replacement solenoid, which I'm going to try to MacGyver up to see if I can make work. I don't know if I'll be able to use this one or not, but at least it'll tell me that if this one's good or bad. So let's give that a shot. Okay, I replaced the solenoid with a spare one I had. No change. I do notice these connections are a little bit corroded. I'm going to clean it up. Maybe it's something to do with that, so I'll try that. Okay guys, so it's been a few weeks. I worked on the solenoid a little bit and determined it's not working the way it's supposed to. I did order another one here, so we're going to get this installed. It has a little bit of a different mounting plate on the bottom than this one, so we're probably going to have to change something around. Not a big deal, so let's get this switched out and see if it fixes the problem. Okay, so it looks like the bolt holes are a little different. The old one has a mounting plate directly to it. So instead of messing around too much with it, let's just temporarily put it in, and then I'll come up with a permanent solution. We want to just make sure it works first. So I'm going to mount it on one bolt hole and just crank it real hard so it's mounted firmly. So I'll do that now. Okay, I got the solenoid all hooked up there. We have our activation wires up here and down there, and then our positive lead that goes from here to here. This is the resistor for downhill, so it doesn't overload the battery, so it goes to this heater here. So it's all hooked up, so we're going to give it a test now, see if she works. Okay, this is day 2. I had to call it yesterday because of the rain. So solenoid's in, so let's give it a try. We'll put it into reversed. Okay, beep, that's good. And then let's put it into forward. I just heard the something engage, and I gotta give it. Oh, we're moving. Okay, I gotta call this fixed. All right. Well, guys, thanks for watching. If I helped you today, let me know. And if this is something you want to see more of, let me know as well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.